Hey guys, welcome to the Made in Chennai podcast. Today we have with us Mrs. Richa Goenka, a brand owner and a women's wear label. Super happy to have you with us, Richa. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Ansh and Sidanth.
Yeah, actually, super exciting to have you here. But this is the first time we're getting into the fashion side of it in our podcast. And also, you're the first woman entrepreneur who's come on our podcast
Yes.
today.
Feels special.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you
it is a
much.
big deal for us. And thank you again for coming.
Oh no, please, thank you.
On a Sunday, especially.
No, that's fine. But thank you for having me and thinking of me to be capable enough to do this.
No, of course. In fact, we wanted to hear your story, which is why we spoke to you. And Ansh has said that we could get you on board.
Yeah.
So, as we get into the starting, first we'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
So, how come fashion designing and where did this all begin all the way from school?
So, very ironic. All along, all through my life, I've been wanting to be a doctor. It was not even wanting. It was like I would say I am becoming a doctor. That's it. There was just no two ways about it. And then I chickened out in class 11 when I had to take up the science. Yes, like a lot of people. I got influenced by hear and say and all of that. Okay, fine. And then I did commerce and all of that. And then when college life started, when I got into college, I took up an evening college course.
Okay.
So it was only post lunch. My college is for 3 hours.
In Chennai?
In Chennai.
Which
in
college was this?
Etheraj. I did corporate secretaryship. BA corporate is called. So the first half of the day I was jobless. So you're just out of school and young and you wake up late and you do nothing, literally just while away your time. And then my mom was not okay about it. She was like, okay, you have to do something. You cannot be doing this every day. And you have to join a course or like do something. Like you can't do this. And then she gave me like the weirdest options of courses available at that point in Chennai. This was really long back. And oh no, sorry, I'm not that old.
Of course, recently.
So at that point, there were very limited options of what you could do as a course. And finally, I chose fashion design. I was like, let's just get into
As a
this.
course?
As a course.
Okay.
Like a half day course every day. And I was like, okay, let's see. And then it's not because I had a flair for fashion or a keen interest in clothing, nothing, like literally nothing. It was just to make my mom happy. I wanted to do something. I said, okay, let's try this. This is the best option of all that's been given to me. So I took up the course and then I realized that, oh, I am interested in this. This is so interesting. This is good and all of that.
This was a fashion designing course, as in the basics of fashion designing.
Yes, fashion. It was a 1-year diploma in fashion design. And so much so that I got really interested in it. I completed that course and then I wanted to do another course in the same institute in textile design.
Where was this? NIFT, is it?
So the institute doesn't exist anymore, I think. I've never bothered to check actually. But it was in Ananagar in Chennai. And then I did another year of diploma in textile design. And I didn't want to stop there. I wanted to continue studying more because it kept me very interested and keen to learn more of the subject.
So side by side with Tetraj as well?
Yes.
Even the second year when you got into the course?
All 3 years.
All was throughout Tetraj.
I kept doing courses after for many years, even after college. So, I mean, that kind of made me realize that I think, yeah, this is my interest. I mean, why am I sitting and doing courses after courses or like in a field which I never thought I would enter. All through my life, I've been thinking of medicine and then suddenly there's fashion. So I thought maybe it's meant for me and maybe this is the way I need to go. And then doors started just opening. Avenues started opening on its own, leading me deeper into the path. And it wasn't even like I have a plan, a strategy, a goal, an aim towards my next step. No, it just happened so well. I'm so grateful and thankful. And it all just kept opening. And then finally, it reached a point where I did start off in my college, while I was in my college. My final year, I started off on my own.
I mean, since you were never really inclined towards fashion and before you joined this course, were you into sketching or art? And is that like a prerequisite for someone to learn fashion? Because it does involve a lot of sketching and drawing, right? Designing.
Yeah, but that's just a way of representing your design. So it's not like you need to know how to sketch, which they do teach you in courses. And that's how I learned how to do a fashion sketch. Yes, I was interested in like, random while you're growing up, you do art classes, painting classes, all that. But nothing otherwise. Nothing like I used to have paintings around my house done by myself.
You learned it over time.
Uh, the fashion bit, yes, during the courses, but like I don't think that's very important to be a fashion designer, because even if you're a bad artist in sketching, but you know how to represent, because in today's time there are millions of ways to digitally represent your designs. But in those days, the only option was to sketch with a pencil and a pen. So the whole dynamic is very different now. Yes, I can sketch very well even today, and I could even then.
But it's not a prerequisite for
It's not a
fashion
prerequisite
designer.
at all to know how to sketch, but yes, to know how to represent your design, very important.
And you said that you started after college, like towards the end of your college. By what did you start by the end of college? Like, was it your own label, or what did you mean by you started?
Yeah, so I started supplying. I started by supplying to a multi-designer store in Chennai. Very sweet of them to give me the opportunity, because I was a nobody at that point and totally raw, new in the field. It was my first collection ever made to supply to the store.
How did you get this client?
Not a client. It was it's a multi-designer store. I actually did a part-time job in a boutique which was in Chennai, and they knew of the boutique and they liked the stuff that the boutique sold. And when we got into a conversation, I said, "Hey, I work there part-time," and she was like, "Why don't you make a collection of your own when you're making this for somebody else?" I said, "I'm not making it. I'm just helping them compile it and design it." And she said, "Yeah, so do that for yourself. So, and we are giving you the opportunity. Why don't you showcase with us?" And I was like, wow, that was, a great door to open up for you to start off. When you get your starting point on a platter, there's nothing like it. Because there is a lot of struggle otherwise to even start. Once you start, then there is a slight flow.
Yeah, once that
Of course,
confidence comes
there are a
in.
lot of other factors that go into it, but there is a basic flow which is already started. So that was amazing. I will always be grateful to them, and that's when I came up with a label, like with the brand name, and made a collection and displayed it, and it sold, and it did very well. And it was one after the other, one after all of that. So that's how the start point was. Yeah.
And how did you get in from? You don't have a showroom, is what we know. You do everything online,
No, no, no.
or is it personal clientele?
No. So it's all of it. We have different verticals, different platforms, how we sell. Online, yes, that's our own website. That is one of it. We are listed on others' websites too, other portals, marketplaces, private websites of stores. Like, for example, if you take, like, say, a Ponya or an Aza or something like that, or Evolution. So they all have their own online shopping portals as well. So we're listed in those as well.
Any reason why you didn't get into the offline showroom shopping?
Up till now, you never know, it might happen. But up till now, I was not too keen to have a showroom of my own. That is up till now. As I said, going forward, we never know, it might just happen.
But to someone starting, would you say that first focus on building your brand and then think about a showroom? Because I know some of my few friends of mine who are getting into fashion, but they're also focusing, oh, I need to open a showroom, I need to open a showroom. Can you tell us what are the pros and cons, and what do you suggest you focus on first?
So I feel, yes, definitely brand building is, first of all, brand building is really tough today. There's just the dynamics are.
Why do you think so, Adi? Because
I
now
also
I
think-
heard that, not heard that, I know that now it's so much more easier to be out there in public with Instagram and Facebook and so many platforms that are coming up compared to before, because before it was a newspaper or an exhibition.
Agreed.
So why do you say that
you
it's
have
difficult?
a lot of tools available today, a lot of more, what do I say, support digitally, which was not there at all earlier. There was zero. So it is easier in that sense. But look at the competition. The number of fish out there is insane. It's insane. How do you make your mark?
Yeah, exactly. I think now that it's so easy to get out there, that also has brought in so many more newer brands, so much
Exactly.
more competition, and it's difficult to stand out because when it
Very
comes to
difficult.
pricing, there are all price ranges. When it comes to
Yes.
style, there are all styles available, and things are more. I think people are just doing all sorts of crazy things,
Yeah.
and yeah, it is very difficult
No,
to
since you're bringing
compete.
this up, I just have a question. Now, when you're saying it's difficult to come out there, would you say that you require a lot of money to be able to easily come out there, or can you be someone who does not have a lot of capital backing behind you to still become a huge, get that much kind of
So
visibility in
see,
today's world?
it depends on, there's no end to the magnitude of how much you can market yourself, right? The more you market, the more you make. But to start a basic marketing, you need a little bit of funds at least, right? That little bit will give you a little bit only. So you have to take small steps forward. You can't just, unless, yes, you have, as you said, like you have a huge backing, and then, yes, you can take a plunge. But otherwise, you have to take little steps. There's no other way out.
How much capital do you think is required for, let's say, someone
Today.
today to start a
So for
label?
online, very less, to be
Can you give us
honest.
like a breakup, Auntie? Where will your cost go?
Marketing for sure. Of course, making of the product. Now, making of the product also, there are two ways. One is in-house, one is outsourcing. So that also varies. So it depends on your overheads of your unit itself. If you're running a unit, like us, we don't have a store. We have a workshop come studio, and that's where we meet our clients. Everything is in-house. Everything is in-house, except for making the fabric.
What are the benefits of having it in-house for a new label? What are the benefits of doing it in-house versus outsourcing it? Because it's easier to outsource, right?
Cost wise, maybe, but I think operationally it's easier to have it in house.
I don't know. What do you think?
That's what I would say.
Okay. So I feel outsourcing, the time frame is very erratic. The quality, you cannot monitor, you cannot supervise. It's a lot of time waste for the brand in terms of waiting out till you get the product. If it's not okay, then you send it back, and then that to and fro, back and forth, all of that. It wastes a lot of time, effort, and energy, which equals to money. So I wouldn't be a big fan of outsourcing if I have an option of setting up a unit. If I don't have, suppose I don't even have that much funds to set up a unit, and that's exactly where I came from, to be honest. When I started off, it was not the money factor really at that point. I may have had enough money to set up a small unit, but I was unsure that this is what I should be doing. Like this conversation that we're having, after which somebody might make up their mind that, okay, now I know this is what I need to do. But at that point, I had no
Yeah, you had no roadmap.
podcast to look at, or any interviews, or any reference to figure out whether I should be outsourcing or not. So I did both. I outsourced also, and I set up a one person, like just one guy in my garage.
That was your first unit.
Yeah, it was a one tailor, like he was just like a tailor.
So you give him the designs and he makes it.
He'll make it, but he's working only for me. And then I added in my craftsmen who would do the handwork and all of that. And there were just two people at that point. Yeah.
And today, how big is your team today?
Today it's much bigger. Both the craftsmen as well as it is a much bigger team.
They're still with you, the first two people that you had.
Not just recently. Up till recently, they were with me, but
Okay.
not anymore. Health issues. They became much older.
And how many years has it been since you started to know?
1996.
Wow, so 30 years almost.
Almost 30
Yeah,
years.
30 years.
And how do you think, according to you, has the Chennai market changed from 1996 to today in this 30 years? Can you give me like a small brief on how it used to be versus how it is now in terms of customer preference?
So how it's changed is Chennai was always a little backward when it came to dressing up and fashion and all of that, and being stylish and things like that. And now, over all these years, what has happened is there's a lot of travel suddenly that has come into the world without any reason. I'm not talking about occasion travel, like a yearly vacation or a wedding, or I'm not even talking about that. Though yes, weddings itself has become like a big thing, travel, destination weddings and all of that. So because of that, the exposure has, so people are now they know what are people in Bombay wearing, what are people in Delhi wearing, how are they dressing, what are the celebrities looking like. There's so much more exposure in terms of travel, social media. There's a lot of awareness. So somebody who used to wear a basic blue shirt and black jeans all the time would maybe try out a blue shirt, maybe with a little bit of embellishment. They don't want to be loud, yes, but they don't mind trying because there's so much they're seeing out there which is going to play on your subconscious at some level, right?
Of course, you get influenced by it.
Yes, you will get influenced at some point, maybe not immediately, but if you're consistently seeing that change
Trend.
over so many years. I'm not talking about a particular style per se, I'm just talking about the concept of the whole change in dressing. And then we slowly realized that even people who were simple dressers, they are exploring a lot more. And then, you know, what happened was stores started opening up, multi-designer stores, where even now Chennai is way behind, very few. But still they get to see what is happening. You know, they're designers from different cities.
Why do you think Chennai is still slow compared to the others? I mean, we know it is, but why is that?
In terms of fashion? you
In
mean
terms of
why?
fashion, catching on to trends, in terms of changing the
I
fashion
think
styles.
because the entire base of Chennai, the residents of Chennai, Chennai basically has a very simple,
Cultural background types.
very, very, simplicity is really important here. And everybody who lives here from a long time has grown up in simplicity, especially the South Indian community. They may have all the money, more than anyone can imagine, more than your North Indian neighbors who are like flamboyant with a Ferrari and with a Rolex and all of that. But they will have 5 times of that. You'll never know. So the culture here is very simple. So the transformation of that simplicity into style, into fashion, flamboyance, making a statement, being attractive in your dressing and all of that, it's taken time. It has happened. It has happened a long way, but there is a long way.
So did that influence your brand, like to cater to the Chennai market? Did you try and make your designs simple, make sure that you...
Not at all. I was never catering to the Chennai market only. Not that I was not catering to the Chennai market, but I was never catering to the Chennai market only. Ever. It was, back in the days, yes. But yeah, when I started this label, Richa Goenka label, since then, never ever was that the idea.
So what does your brand stand for in terms of its design, in terms of its philosophy? How would you say, or how would you describe your design?
So, my designs basically, I'm talking about the design only, not the brand. The design of the garment would be for a woman who is willing to explore a little bit in terms of making a statement, but in a subtle way. Usually, we're not loud. We do have an edge. We have a little bit of quirkiness. We have a lot of unique style elements in terms of embellishment, or maybe the fabric, or maybe the compilation of all of it would be in such a way that it would stand apart. It would be something which they've not really seen in the market, and not like everybody's doing it and something like that. So it will make them pause and look back, and so that is one thing. And the second thing is the versatility of our garments. We always have a dress up or dress down concept.
What does that mean?
As in, so if I have to wear a garment which I want to make it look dressier, if I just accessorize it well, I can step out for like a small get together or a bar meeting, or a dinner outing or something. But if the same shirt I want to dress it down, then I can style it in other ways.
Styling it differently.
Yes, but they all are versatile. And it's not like you can only wear it to a party, or you can only wear it for a vacation, or you can wear it for various outings which suits, your need, your requirement at that time, and dress it and style it that particular way because of the versatility. So it's not like a fixed look.
Got it.
And what kind of pricing or what kind of price range are your products at?
So at the moment, shirts would start from maybe 8,000. And
Shirts for women.
for women. And dresses would start from maybe 10,000.
So this is like catering to, let's say, a premium sector, right? And how did you, let's say, arrive at this pricing? Was it a strategic decision? I mean, of course, your costs are involved, but apart from that, how did you position yourself that way in the market?
So the price range, I would say, we have changed a bit.
As
That's
in
because
increased?
Increased, as in we have not increased the prices of a style which was, say, for example, a particular shirt which was 5,000, we've made that 7 now or 6 now. No. We have increased the range by adding more value to
Which
it.
is why the price increases.
Yes,
Understood.
which is why the price is.
So it's not the market that's driving your cost, it's the product that's driving
It's
your
the
cost.
product.
Okay, and coming back to the market when we had the question of Chennai, who would you say or where would you say majority of your customers come from in India or anywhere in the world? Which is the highest city in terms of clients?
Mumbai, Calcutta, Raipur, Delhi.
And then comes Chennai, is it?
Okay.
How important are these pop-ups for a growing label?
Extremely.
How's it been for you also?
Excellent.
Okay.
It's been excellent because how do I get visibility in these cities otherwise?
And for a new label, how do I get into, let's say I'm starting a label tomorrow. How do I even get the opportunity to be a part of these exhibitions? How do I approach them? What is the criteria that you would say?
They have a lot of people approaching them.
Okay.
All these exhibitions, of course. Some of
No, you
them-
mean the exhibition approach these people or these people approach
both
them?
ways.
Both ways.
Both
Okay.
ways, yeah,
Okay.
both ways. But if you have to approach them, like if I have to approach them, the bigger ones, they do have a whole screening process, and it's not necessary that each time even I get in.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't.
So sometimes they have like criterias also, is
Yes,
it?
they do have criteria.
Like they select your design. You have to show them all your designs
The
beforehand.
criteria depends on various factors. So if they have already on board brands which are doing similar products, not similar
Oh, okay.
designs, but
Understood.
similar
Because it'll
products.
match, it'll clash.
Yeah, if it'll be like an overdose of the same thing. So so they look in terms of, they have thousands of clients coming for those shows. So it would fall down upon them that it's similar stuff and like similar products, not similar stuff but similar products. They have like 20 shirt brands itself. And then it wouldn't be fair on the brand also, because you have so much competition. You're increasing your competition in the same vicinity of that 1 or 2 days. So yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense, because even I wouldn't want to participate where I already know there are 10, not because I'm scared of competition, but your whole probability reduces technically, right? Logically. So
And on average, how much does it cost to be a part of such exhibitions? Because I'm sure you're paying rent for your stall, plus travel, plus
costs-
Is it rent for your stall types or how does it work?
majority.
Rent for your stall.
Some of them do on commission.
Can you give me a ballpark amount between what range to what range, from a basic level exhibition to a high end?
40,000 for 3, those stands, the racks that you get.
In Chennai, you get stalls for that.
Not in Chennai. I'm talking about out of Chennai only. So 40, 45 starting for a decent show of where I would want to participate. Aise to like you must be having lots of shows for lower prices also. But a decent level would be 40 onwards. 2 lakh.
For a day? Or is it hourly basis or
No,
something?
it's daily basis. Yes. So the highest show that I have done has been 150.
And can you
for
tell us
one
how
day.
much were the sales from that store?
Quite a bit.
Much
We
more
covered-
than what you
Yeah.
covered.
So there's like the stall price plus, as you said, the travel and the help and all of it, and the investment for the products, which is also a big cost. It's huge. The cost is huge.
So since we're talking about costing, can we break up the cost of starting your own label in terms of production, in terms of pricing for your product, and how much you sell it for, how many people you need, to do this. So how do I start a unit with what money?
So if you want to start like from scratch, you would basically need money to compile a collection. Step number one would be to
A physical
get your-
a collection, not a
physical-
drawing or a
yeah,
visual.
a physical collection. So you need fabric, number one, right? Say you've got your back end ready, your designs are ready, and your look is ready. All of that is done. Next step is you have to go and buy fabric. You buy your fabrics. So the requirement of the fabric, as in the consumption of how much fabric is going to be used per style, and what fabric, where do you go, how do you calculate all that. So all the cost of that is a variable, because you have fabrics from 50 rupees a meter to 5,000 rupees a meter.
A meter.
A meter.
Do you work with like specific fabrics, or you're open to?
No, we do predominantly work with pure cotton.
And where do you get your fabric from?
We have our mills, suppliers around. Yeah.
From India only.
Yeah, from India. Yes, it's all India.
Okay, so then, so you buy your material, your costing is in your material, it is in your production. Outside of production, in terms of manpower, how many people would you require, or would you recommend to someone starting a business? Who do I need to help me build
So
my
it
business?
depends on the time frame, no? Why would you want to invest in a team of people before you have anything, right? Because if you're just starting off, you first need a little bit of revenue to go forward, no? So I would definitely suggest to first outsource your first collection, monitor it well enough, keep that time in hand where you have enough time to monitor, because as I said, when you outsource, that's not so much in your control. Like they may say, I'll give it to you in a week, but they may take 3 weeks. So have that 3 weeks in hand. It's okay. Keep that extra time in hand, but do it well. Take that time, take that effort, go again and again, monitor it, supervise it, get things done your way. Even if you have to sit there for an hour and sort something out.
Learn it your way and do it your way.
And get it done from outsource. Once you start selling it, the platform has to be correct. You can't
Has to be
just-
built already.
you should have done your homework about that, where you're going to sell it. It has to reach the right audience. If it does not reach the right audience, there's no point. Your design may be brilliant, like one up on everybody else, but if it doesn't reach the right eye,
And your options
No
to reach the
value.
audience are your website or exhibitions or
website also
multiple-
is a big thing.
Can
to
you rate
build.
it from top priority to lowest priority? Exhibitions, online marketing, word of mouth,
No, I can't
flyers.
prioritize because they're equally important. You
Okay.
have to have physical, like
Presence.
offline,
You need to have
online.
everything.
Both are equally important. To have offline presence, you need to be able to reach the country. How do you reach the country? You either supply to multi-designer stores in those places, or you do pop-ups. But you do pop-ups which have a certain level, a little standard, and of what you would. But if you're a massy brand, then it doesn't matter. So there's so many things which are interconnected, and they cannot be spelt out in black and white. It's all
a little subjective.
product oriented and range oriented and target audience oriented. There's so much to it.
Since you brought up Marcy brands, I want to ask you, this is just random out of knowledge purpose. How much are the margins for a label compared to a Marcy brand like a H&M or a Forever 21 that does all type of fashion and other products as well? What is the margins like on a piece of, like let's say on a t-shirt, for example, like a label, let's say 10,000 rupees for a t-shirt, and you get the same, you get a, not the same, but you get a t-shirt from H&M for $1,000. What are the margins like in that, in your opinion?
Margins for the higher brand, the not Marcy brand, can be endless. It depends on your brand value.
Can you tell us for yours if it's okay, or you can't?
The margins?
I'm saying not margins, not profit margins. Your cost versus your cost of production versus your cost of sales. Like, what's the difference? No, 8,000 rupees is you're selling a shirt. How much is the cost of making that shirt, excluding the overhead costs, just to make that with material and to make that t-shirt?
Again, that's again variable, because for us, each garment has value addition. The entire costing depends on that. So it's not about the garment per se. So if I'm making 10 shirts which are of the same fabric, so the cost of the fabric is same, the style is the same, it's got the same collar, same cuff, but the value addition in each is different. The entire, it can be from 5,000 to 10,000 also. The whole thing changes with because the raw material cost of that value addition that you have done, the embellishment or the embroidery, the karigari, the craftsmanship of that particular embroidery, the cost of that. So it's calculated as per the number of hours and the number of people it's taken to make. Suppose I'm making a star, I'm embroidering a star. Depending on the size of the star, whether one person has done it and completed it in 5 hours or two people have completed it in 2.5 hours. You know?
So obviously the cost
Yeah,
vary.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So the cost matters of all of that. At the same time, if the unit is running under like a lot of pressure, it's like an overloaded time. There are certain months of the year where it is like that. Then we need to make the people do a little bit of overtime on certain days.
What are these months? Why is it wedding season types or when do
Festivals, weddings.
which part of the year is the most busy for you
For
specifically?
me, it's Feb to April.
Why?
It's pre-summer, like spring, summer. So the garments, the kind of garments that we do, it is not seasonal, but a lot of people use it for travels. So because it's summer vacations and it's holiday time and all of that, that's when it does like, as I said, round the year it does well, but these are like very, very overloaded seasons. And also pre-Diwali, like July to October.
And weddings also are a very big part of your.
Not really, not really. We do only customized Indian clothing.
Is there a reason why you're not targeting wedding season particularly? Because we know that India as a country, weddings are such a big thing because of how culturally oriented we all are.
Product is that, no?
So are you planning to get into the more bridal wear and more saris and all that in the future, or are you just sticking to?
When I started off, we were doing a lot of saris. Yeah, at that point, I started it with my mom. So she was really good in, designing a sari, and my sister was also a part of it. And she was also a part of more to design the saris. So slowly we felt the market dying down for saris, and we kind of got out of it at that point, but it is back now. It is back, but more for traditional saris, like the woven traditional fabrics of India. Like, I don't know if you're
Silk saris and those Kanchipuram.
look of those available now, because the weavers have also kind of changed their motives and
In what way? What do you mean?
the design. Like, for example, if they would be weaving temple designs,
Okay.
maybe like a dancer design, they would now be weaving something different. So there has been a little bit of evolving of the motifs that are woven in these traditional saris, which I wouldn't say are modern. There could be a few modern, but that's not what I meant. What I meant is there's a difference in the look of the entire garment, the sari, from what it was to what it is now. It has evolved. So I think it's all coming back, and there is a lot of value for these traditional fabrics.
You have your brand, which is shirts, mostly shirts, right? And apart from that, you also do customized like couture, where you make clothes like made to order for specific clients. Which side of the business is bigger for you? Is it your brand, or is it where people approach you for customized designs?
Brand,
The brand is
hands down.
okay.
I would say
So
that's true
it's not
for any.
customized designs, Ansh. It's like more like customizing to their fit.
Okay.
So, for example, if we have like say 300 products listed on the website, a client and we have a WhatsApp communication option on the website. So the client would reach out through WhatsApp and say, "Hey, I'm a really big size person, and would you be able to customize to my measurement?"
But the
Or
same
I'm-
design into that fit.
Yes.
Understood.
Okay.
Or can you? I love the shirt, but I don't want it in red. I want it in blue. And if we can, then we take up those kind of customizations are more than them giving a design, because we never copy. We never copy anyone, whether
That's
it's
important for
lower
any-
or higher or our level or whatever. It's like a policy.
Is that is that advice you give to a new label?
100%.
Be unique. Don't try and copy
Then
and
why
better.
start a label? Simple as that. Like if you're not able to create yourself, then why are you getting into it?
Do you allow trends to influence your thoughts, or do you stay away from the trends that are like, for example, oversize suddenly in the past few years has become a very big trend.
A little bit.
So you do. Is it important for a new label to keep a watch of the going trends in the market in India, especially, or would you say just stick to your basics and what you know? The trends can happen up
Depends
and
on
down.
your what is your range of product and what is your audience.
Something in a high premium level fashion label. What would you say about that?
If you're already in that league where you are known as a a premium label who is popular, and then you can do what you want, and it doesn't matter whether it's trending or not. I feel for trends it's a very different ball game because the actual buyers, the people who would actually buy your product, are not really bothered about the trend. Yeah. But the people who will like your product, who will talk about it, who will post it, who will, they are the ones who will be more into trends. Oh, she's doing a lot of oversized t-shirts, shirts, and we should check out her stuff. That kind of stuff, that's what I mean. So it creates a lot of perception if you do work with trends. But in terms of sales, it should work. I'm not saying it doesn't work, but you need to kind of study that by what clients are asking you or the way they are reacting to your collection. That, suppose I do, like since you brought up oversize, it's easy to speak about because it's done and gone.
It's gone?
Not fully.
Okay, well, understood your point.
It's
Okay.
not,
The hype's
it's not,
right
yeah,
now,
the hype
yeah.
and the
Okay.
peak is gone.
Okay.
So there would be like, they would be like, oh, is this an oversized shirt? And I would be like, yes, it is. Like, oh, no, I don't like oversized. I mean, it makes me look too big. Okay. Is this an oversized shirt? Yes, it is. Oh, yeah, this is so trending, right? Show me more if you have. So these are two. So what you hear more is then you can understand that, what is working for your brand. Whether in saleability, I'm talking about, not in terms of awareness.
Fashion is also like a cycle, right?
Yeah, it
What
is.
goes around comes
Comes
around,
around.
and
Absolutely.
Speaking of cycles, before oversize became a trend, it was skinny fit. Everyone wanted to look fit, wanted to look tight fit, and then over time it slowly switched to oversize. And now, since you're saying that you think the hype is slowly dying out, where do you think that the market is going towards? What would be the next trend that you think would be?
So right now, there's a feminine touch, which is, I'm explaining it in simpler terms to you all so you can understand. So there's a feminine touch which is coming up.
Into male
in
clothing?
menswear.
No, in ladies wear. But like streetwear, for example, was pretty much unisex, right? For men and women, boys and girls, let me put it across. But now, for women, there is a femininity which is going to be a little more prominent in their garments, in women's garments.
Okay, it can't be more of a unisex type. You're saying it will be more. Okay, understood. And in terms of men's clothing?
So men's clothing, is suddenly become very different from what it was, because again, now is the time when men are also exploring.
They're wearing jewelry,
Yes.
carrying handbags, and
I think streetwear and the oversized trend brought about like a lot of change to
experimenting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that was an easy experiment to try. It was not too bizarre for any man to try. It was an easy experiment, and I think people who did succeed in that
pull it off.
Yeah,
Influenced a lot of others.
did influence a lot, and it also gave them the confidence to try more. One step done, it's always the first step which is the toughest, right? So first step is done, it's worked. Now the second step is, okay, we can try something more. So today, if there is a trend for, say, satin shirts, I'm just randomly telling you something,
of course, of course.
for men, there would be a lot of men out there who would try it now compared to what they would do before.
I think I've also seen like celebrities now wearing, like men wearing heels, which I would never see before, because heels is of course a very women-oriented thing from what we understand. But now I see these actors wearing heels, so I think that makes a lot of sense that men are starting to explore fashion more. and getting into, I mean, they're just more open-minded towards trying new things.
How do I say it? But now people are very accepting towards things compared to before.
Yeah.
So let's say someone wearing a feminine shirt 10 years back would have been laughed at, would have been dragged. Now they're like, wow, look at what he's wearing and look at what people are. And because of this, people are now being so much more conscious about how they look. They're spending more money right now on their salons and on their haircuts and
because there is more visibility of themselves because of social media. Even something like, I don't know if you all have ever noticed quad sets, men wearing quad sets.
Yeah, and now
like
I
a
noticed.
matching shirt with a matching
Yeah, absolutely.
bottom.
It used to be looked at it was funny, like why is he wearing the same color?
Yeah, when it first came out, everyone called it night suits. They
Yeah,
were
night
like,
suits. Yeah.
They were like, why are they wearing night suits? But then the trend is totally changed. So there is so much more exposure in terms of everything today that people don't mind, trying that out. So the whole dynamics for men's is also changed a lot. Glad.
Looking back at your 30 years in the business, what is one decision that you made which turned out for the right? Like one big decision that you made which changed things for you in the past 30 years?
I have that quite clear actually. So, COVID. Yes, it was a disastrous year for the world, but it was fabulous for me. It was just amazing for me. It was a game changer for me. So I'll quickly tell you the whole story about how that came about. So during COVID, of course, you all know everyone was at home, nobody was going out, there were no outings, there were no parties, there was nothing. But we needed to sell, we needed to make clothes, keep the business running, and what do we do? So I came up with this idea of launching, you know what Pathan suits are?
Yeah.
Pathan suits, a kurta pajama kind of a thing.
Yeah, Patan suits.
So I came up with Pathan suits for women, with a little bit of detailing of a tape and things like that, and that clicked. It clicked, and how?
In the COVID time.
During the COVID time.
Okay.
So, after a few months, you could go to a friend's house.
This you were making for men?
For women.
No,
Okay.
the Patan suits you made
For
it for
men,
women.
it was
Yeah,
always
already
a common
existing.
thing.
Yeah,
It was already existing. So it suddenly occurred to me, why don't I try? So I'm trying, my whole thinking process changed at that point. I was like, okay, I don't know how long this is going to be, how long there are going to be no outings, but so let me only tweak the product and see what's working and make something work as per the situation of the world. And then I came up with these Pathanis for women. And that clicked. That just changed the game.
Can you send us some of your design pictures so we can use it on the
course.
podcast?
Yeah. I'll send you
Yeah,
lots.
send us that. I wanna see how it looks.
Yeah, I have graded it as per the journey.
Yeah.
And it's still one of the leading sales for you is the Patan suits for women.
No, we
Discontinued
did too much of it, and then we discontinued. I mean, we can do it, but what I mean is we're not marketing that now. And then we launched the shirts.
Okay.
Yes, so it was the Pathan suits first, then we launched the shirts, and then from there it went on. It was a game changer.
And now what's your fastest type of selling product?
Shirts, dresses, quad sets, yeah.
I also wanted to ask you, yes, your name is Richa, it's spelled Richa, but in your label there's an extra A.
Yeah.
Any particular reason?
Yeah, numerology.
Numerology.
Yeah.
And you believe in numerology?
Kind of, to a certain level. I mean, not deep into it.
Okay. Okay, so adding an extra A brings in what? Luck, or is it?
No. It's just so that
You should have that many numbers, not that many letters in your.
That many, it adds up to a particular number. So the number it was adding up to was not suitable for my work.
Okay.
So this was suitable. That's why. So each alphabet is correlating a number. So when you add up all together, something like that.
Okay, now since we spoke about that one decision that changed your life in the past 30 years, what is the one mistake that you made that you regret and is something that any new label design or a person starting their label should keep in mind?
This is what I feel. Nobody has told me this, like not friends, family, or clients or anyone. But what I feel is that whatever I'm doing now, not in terms of product, in terms of business plan, I should have done it way long back.
Okay, you mean start off with a very strong plan instead of building it over time?
No.
Okay, then what do
You can't always start off with a plan ready in hand, right? TV ads, or I don't know what was there at that point in terms of advertisements or marketing or reaching out, being more visible. Yes, I had my personal reasons why I couldn't travel till about 2017, after which is why when I started traveling.
Okay.
And once the traveling started, that is to participate in all these
Events and
and
shows.
pop-ups and shows and all of that, that's when the ball started moving faster.
Yeah.
Because that's when people know you. How do you reach out to people? Simple as that, right? There are so many brands, so many labels, designers who want to be out there, be noticed, but how does it happen? Like, how does one person do it and others can't? It's not that they can't, they're not able to, or this something, the right decision is not made or the right step is not taken. It's just that I'm not saying I'm better than anybody at all, but I'm saying situationally there's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much
yeah.
that
100%,
works upon all of
100%.
this. Like I had my own situation where I couldn't travel till 2017 or 2018 at all, like at all. After that it became a little better, and then situationally it became a little better. So this was a totally personal reason. It was nothing to do with finances or business at all. Like that, there are so many different situations where people stop you. Yet, being in the field, how do you reach out? If you're not participating in shows, you're not. So I feel I should have earlier in life done a little more aggressive marketing, yes, and outreach to reach out in whatever situation I was in. I didn't take that extra effort to reach out.
Makes a lot
Okay.
of sense.
So if you had to give a budding fashion designer some advice, someone who wants to get into fashion design or start their own label,
Yeah.
what would that be?
Oh, that would be long.
But basically, reach out and
Yeah.
show yourself out there,
Yes,
right?
you
Is
have
what-
to be visible. If you're not visible, and if you can't be visible once, people will forget. There
Yeah.
are so many fish out
New
there, as I'm
trend,
saying,
new styles, new designs.
styles and new labels, I mean, there are every day, and you're seeing brilliant work out there. The competition is immense.
Would you say it's important for a student to go to a fashion college and learn it before they get into the fashion industry?
See, the technicalities, yes, but you only need, I don't believe in somebody doing 4 years of a course in fashion.
A degree is not needed, but you do need to learn how to do it.
No, degree though is not needed only. I mean the learning aspect. You don't need to learn for 4 years, is what I'm saying.
Understood.
Unless you're doing a job. If you're starting your own label, see, if you're doing a job, they will look into all
Would you
this.
recommend that? Do a job and then start? Or again, person to person?
I would recommend that.
Better to work under someone, learn it, and then think about
There's too much to learn, Siddhant. It's just so vast. There is so much, and in today's time, there's even more to learn because there's a whole digital and online and social media aspect to it, which is very important, and it's a complementing factor to your label and your growth. But you can't be taught how to design. I find that ridiculous. Somebody can be told that these are your options, these are your avenues. Now you compile it together. You can't be learning how to. You'll say, okay, there are, you can make collar 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, C, D. These are the types of collars which have been made till now. Now your creativity will be if you make a collar which has not been made up till now.
Understood.
Creativity has to come from you.
It has to come from within.
Makes a lot of sense. I think we had a very good conversation. Thank you so much for this half of the segment. This segment of the podcast. So now we move on to a rapid fire round. It's just one word question, one word answers. Just what comes into your mind first. You can just spill it out. You go for it.
Go for it.
Okay. So I'm going to start again. Keep it as short as possible. The thinking.
Okay.
So silk or organic material.
Silk.
Minimalism or maximalism.
Minimalism.
Your dream celebrity to work with, to style.
Anne Hathaway.
One specific trend that you really liked in the past few years. Women's clothing.
Yeah, in women's clothes. Okay. I think oversized.
You liked oversized the trend?
I liked it a lot.
Okay. One of the trends that you can't stand that you see people moving into or have done in the past?
I don't, this is from menswear.
Okay.
I don't like men wearing skirts.
Okay.
Men wear skirts?
Of course, come on, I've seen so many.
You can't generalize and say it like that.
No,
but
I've seen so many.
There are men who are experimenting into skirts.
Okay.
Understood.
Which
Fair enough.
I wouldn't like that.
don't
I
like
agree
the
with
look.
that. I agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, see, I don't mind men dressing in like
The way they want,
the way they want and being totally bizarre. But the skirt somehow doesn't.
I think even heels is quite, for me at least, is quite, I don't know. I didn't.
Yeah, but you know, Salman Khan has always worn so
What?
heels to
Yeah,
be taller.
yeah, look taller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay. 3 essentials in every woman's wardrobe.
White shirt, blue jeans, black dress.
Similar for a man, I would say.
Yeah. Can
White
you say
shirt,
that
black
same?
shirt, blue jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair.
For men I would say white shirt, white t-shirt also,
Yeah.
Fair
and
enough.
blue jeans.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay. An overrated color according to you?
Fuchsia.
Fuchsia. I don't know what color that is.
Okay, that's hot pink.
Hot pink. Okay, understood. And a very underrated fabric in India?
Cotton.
Cotton is underrated, you feel?
Not at the moment, but it was.
It was, okay.
Yeah, it has again over a couple of years, it has suddenly picked up a lot. But up till then, everybody had this mindset that if it's cotton, then it's casual. It's not worth spending so much on. But if it's silk,
Yeah, then
it's
you
okay.
can spend that money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And only then it would look dressy or something. But that whole mindset has changed now.
Fair.
So
One brand that you really admire from India?
too many actually.
Something that comes into your mind first.
Anamika Sabya,
Where's the brand from?
Anamika Khanna from Calcutta. Both from Calcutta. Actually, yeah.
Okay.
Sabya Sachi.
Okay. Now, 5 questions about Chennai specifically. One Chennai landmark that you would love to do a photo shoot in of your label.
I think Valvar Kuttam.
Oh, the Valvarkotam statue. Not statue, sorry, building.
The building.
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite restaurant in Chennai?
There's so many.
One restaurant that you love and you just keep going there. Don't tell me Basque or Cup or something
we've heard
unique.
that.
Yeah. Because we've heard that from all the previous guests. I want to know something else. Okay, you like Asian food. So
Yeah,
what
I
type
like
of, which is your one
I think
go-to restaurant?
the Pan Asian in ITC.
Got it. Okay. South Indian bridal wear or North Indian bridal wear, which is more fun to design if you had to?
North Indian.
North Indian. Why? Because you think South Indian is much more complicated? Or-
No. I feel South Indian bridal wear is a lot more traditional
Basic
and not
types.
so experimental.
That is
That's
flamboyant types. Okay. This question we already asked, which was one Chennai celebrity you'd like to style, but
I don't know of any. I mean, if you give me options, as I said, I'll pick a name.
got it. I think that's the last question that we had in mind. We had a really good time. Thank you
so
so
did
much
I.
for coming, and I hope that you also had a good time having this conversation
course.
with the younger generation, just trying to explore ideas.
Yes,
So-
I had a great time and you guys made me very comfortable. So thank you
That's
for
good
that.
to hear.
Yes.
Thank you so much. This was a great conversation
I'm
and
waiting
so
to
much
see
to learn.
this.
Yeah.